products and services. They tend to have very small consumer-facing businesses, but a lot of them are selling to or have the potential to sell to large organizations, but they don't know where to find them, or it doesn't occur to them to try to sell to a big company or a government or an organization like the World Bank Group. And so our job is to help bring awareness to the women business owners to think really big, especially in India, where there's huge potential, and to encourage the large buyers to recognize they're missing out on the amazing innovations that women who own businesses can provide. This concept of supplier diversity and inclusion means that we're more thoughtful about how we spend our money on products and services. This is something that makes a lot of sense in any country, but in India in particular, there is a growing awareness of purchasing power and of the need to invest in the communities that we all care about. In the case of women in India, they're half the population. They have massive potential to contribute to the economy, to help create jobs. And so when we think about this concept of ESG, being good on the environment, being good on social, being good on governance, increasingly governments and agencies and corporations in India are thinking about how do they leverage their purchasing power to buy more from the women of India, who in turn will deliver them good business solutions, but will also spend their money on jobs, will help their families, and reinvest back into their communities. Absolutely. At WEConnect International, we've seen firsthand that buying from women-owned businesses is one of the best ways to have a positive impact on the economy for all the reasons that we just discussed. The way that they build their businesses that do no harm on the environment, the way they create jobs for other people. This is a really powerful way when you leverage this concept of supplier diversity and inclusion to make sure that these businesses and the government have access to all of the best suppliers in India. And women have this huge unlocked potential to make massive contributions to the economy of India. And that's where this true power of leveraging the business case for being inclusive to have access to all of the best resources can make a major difference in India's growth and potential. So WeConnect International works with the biggest companies in the world. These are the Amazons and the Walmarts and the Marriotts. I mean, these are really big players, the Intels, and increasingly Indian companies, the Tata Consulting and others, that are thinking about how do they reinvest back into the communities that they serve while being in alignment with their business goals. And when you look at the role of procurement, how companies spend their money, that is a really powerful channel for getting what they need to run the business and develop their offerings, the products and services. But women can also help them anticipate the needs of the market, because women represent or influence over 80% of all the consumer purchasing decisions. And so having them not participate is a real missed opportunity for growth and success of a business. But it also misses the opportunity for these women to reinvest back into their families and to the communities that they serve. So everyone wins when we're more inclusive with how we spend our money. So the women business owners in India have massive potential. You have businesses that have all types of products and service offerings, but they don't necessarily know how to connect with large buyers. So Irma Mamuma, for example, Mua, she's one of our Rise to the Challenge award winners. WeConnect International is always recognizing inclusive buyers and powerful women suppliers, but she's really revolutionizing the sustainable waste management sector in India. It's a massive, untapped, underutilized space for the women who are involved in collecting various waste products, these recyclers, the refurbishers, these women across the country who can really help India with its social impact through job creation, but also by helping the environment connect with business opportunity. And so she's the type of aggregator that we work with at WEConnect International to connect to these really big corporations, these big buyers, whether it's the Disney Corporation or a service provider like Accenture or a big bank like Citibank. I mean, all of these different companies need products and services, and they just don't know where to find these women business owners. So they use our database across 135 countries to find these incredible women suppliers, actually invite them to compete for their business. And so many of these women in billions of dollars are actually winning this business inside India and beyond.